We can start going. Alright. Hello, YouTube. Scamp the Wolf here, back with another video for your viewing pleasure. We're going to take a look at the Razzie Awards and the Oscar nominations. Both of those just came out today. If you're watching this today, it's currently like 10 at night right now, but I decided to get this done. So, yeah. Um, yeah, we're going to start with the Razzies. Yeah, there's like some awards here. Some movie named Blonde with a Marilyn Monroe like biopic got the most nominations. 8 nominations here, um, including the worst picture. Uh, we'll get to that. By the way, the worst picture nominations are Blonde, like I just said, Good Morning, The King's Daughter, Morbius, and the Disney Plus remake of Pinocchio. So, those are the 5 worst picture nominations here. Uh, I'm not going to make any predictions. I'm just telling you what the awards are. So those are the 5 that got nominated uh, for the Worst Picture Award. Um, yeah, out of the Worst Picture nominations, Blonde and Good Morning had more awards. Pinocchio, the Disney Plus version, and Morbius and The King's Daughter. That's the order. Like Blonde had 8, Good Morning had 7, Pinocchio had 6, Morbius had 5, and The King's Daughter had 3 nominations. And other films that got nominated include Jurassic World, Dominion, which makes sense because it's not a great movie. I like it better than Fallen Kingdom, but whatever. Um, 355, 365 Days This Day, and the next 365 days. I've never seen them. I don't know. And surprisingly, Elvis and Firestarter also have nominations on here. Although there's talks about one of them being kind of like pulled out because one of the awards it was a worst actress award, and it was for like somebody who was like 12 years old. Um, Ryan Kiara Armstrong, who was born on March 10th, 2010, 12 years old, and she had a worst actress nomination, which caused some controversy. Um, I personally didn't care about seeing Firestarter, so um, I will go over some of the nominations on the Golden Raspberry Awards, the Razzies. Of course, Machine Gun Kelly's continuing to get hate from people because um, he's got a lot of controversy. If you watch the worst albums video that I did, um, his album placed high on there, and uh, he's not doing much better here. In fact, he has a lot of because Good Morning is a movie made by Machine Gun Kelly and Maud's son, and it got negative reviews, of course. And he's up for worst director, along with Robert Zemeckis, and Daniel Espinosa, and Andrew Dominic, and Judd Apatow as well for their films. Um, Judd Apatow's film is Bubble, Andrew Dominic's is Blonde, Daniel Espinosa's is Morbius, and Robert Zemeckis is the Disney uh, remake of Pinocchio. Um, and Machine Gun Kelly's also up for worst actor, along with uh, Jared Leto and Morbius, Tom Hanks and Pinocchio, Pete Davidson and Marmaduke, and of course Sylvester Stallone, which he's obviously in the movie Samaritan. Um, And Sylvester Stallone has been like Razzie nominated for years. So I mean, seems like the Razzies just want to find any chance they get to put Sylvester Stallone in their worst. Um, so whatever. Um, other awards. Diane Keaton for Mac and Rita nominated. And worst actress. People like Bryce Dallas Howard and Alicia Silverstone and Kaya Scalderio, whatever her name is. Um, Jessica Dominion, Deborah Quinn, and King's Daughter, respectively. Worst supporting actor. Tom Hanks is here. That's surprising. Um, and for Elvis, which Elvis, spoiler alert, could be on the Oscars as well. Not for worst supporting actor, but whatever. Um, yeah, seems like people. Seems like it would be a matter of time, and back to the Good Morning stuff, before people like Pete Davidson and Maud's son would get on worst supporting it, would get on like the ire of like the Razzies and stuff. And yeah, it happened. So yeah, seems like there's not very many awards this year. There's like 9 awards. One, of course, got the most awards. I'm just going. There's not really much to talk about here, in my opinion. This is kind of what I would have expected from the Razzies, given I've looked at the bets and stuff. So yeah, the worst screen combo is always the more interesting because like they have they are so outlandish. Like for Blood, it's like both real life characters in a fallacious White House bedroom scene. Okay, and Andrew Dominic and his issues with women. Whatever. And then they have both 365 Days sequels. I've never seen 365 Days. I know the first one got nominated, whatever, but here, but yeah, this is about, like I said, the Raspberries Awards are about what I expected from everything. So there's just what I expected. So there's nothing really surprising about these nominations. So I figured that these would get a lot of these movies would get nominated, especially Morbius. A lot of people were saying Morbius would be the top nominated film, but it only got 5 compared to Blonde and Good Morning and Pinocchio, Disney remake of Pinocchio. Um, Blacklight didn't get nominated here. Um, I guess that's one surprise. Liam Neeson didn't get nominated because they said they would. The bets would or predictions indicated that would be nominated, but it wasn't. So whatever. Um, yeah. So that's pretty much it for the Raspberry Awards. Now on to the Oscars, which is what you probably came here for. I think there's 23 nominations in categories and stuff. So yeah, the Best Picture nominations. This is actually the first year since a long time where there's been 10 movies on here. That's a good thing because it feels more complete that way. Um, yeah, so All Quiet on the Western Front um, remake, which was up for 9 nominations this year. Um, Additionally, it has um, I'm just looking. It's visual effects nominations, and makeup, cinematography, all the basically like a lot of the like sound production design, all that stuff. is here. Like that's what it got. Same with Avatar: The Way of Water, which is another Best Picture. Um, and if you saw the post theater reaction, you could probably tell that Avatar was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty good movie. Um, of course, it's like filmmaking process. Like, of course, made it like possible for it to be nominated in several categories here. It having four nominations. Of course, visual effects, um, production design, sound, and yeah, those three nominations. Other nominations, other than Best Picture. Um, the Banshees of Inisherin. I don't know how to pronounce that other word. Maybe I'll find out. So yeah, the Banshees movie. I'll just call it that. Um, it has nine nominations, same as All Quiet on the Western Front. Um, in this one, there's more actor nominations here. This is one of those. So, like, actor, supporting actor, of course, and supporting actress. Also, and screenplay. And I don't know if it got any. I'm just looking here. Film editing. So those are just some of its numbers. If you want to look at the full list, go look online for it, or go look on the Wikipedia article or anything. So yeah, I might not go over every category, just like the ones that are more like intrinsic to me. So yeah, Elvis also not up for Best Picture. Spoiler alert from like this is one of those films that got like two Razzie nominations and then got a lot of Best Picture stuff, including Best Actor. Of course, Best Actor for if you noticed on the Golden Globes, he won for a Golden Globe. I think he won. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. I did see the Golden Globe winners, and I did do a video on it. Stupidly enough, but whatever. Elvis is up for Best Picture as well. One of the 10. Yeah, a lot of production design. Elvis has 8 nominations. It's all in those, like cinematography and stuff like that. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Of course, that's going to be nominated this year. 11 nominations, actually the highest count among these nominees. So that's kind of surprising because I heard everything, everywhere, all at once was pretty good. So definitely happy about that. Of course, Michelle Yeoh, how do you say that? For Best Actress, that was obvious. I've seen on the bets and stuff. Original screenplay. I'm just naming off some of the. If it's like one, like 3 or 4 nominations, I'll just name just some of the stuff that it got. So yeah, original screenplay, um, score, and a lot of other stuff. Costume design for it, all that stuff. It has 2 Best Supporting Actress um, nominations as well, so that's something. The Fablemans, of course, same. That's I think the Banshees movie, and then Everything Everywhere and the Fablemans were the most expected, other than one that's coming up. Um, so of course they'd be on the Best Picture route. So like that's Steven Spielberg's latest film. I heard it was good. Um, looks like an interesting movie to see. The Fablemans. Best director for Steven Spielberg, who has a ton of nominations, a ton of wins. So he's really doing it. Oh, I was about to say no acting nominations, but it's Michelle Williams got a Best Actress, and yeah, and a Best Original Screenplay, of course. Um, and The Fablemans has 7 nominations, which is pretty solid. production design and stuff. Same with some other Best Picture. The only Best Picture not nominated for Best Production Design is Babylon. I'll get to the ones that weren't put on Best Picture or were snubbed in a second after I get done with reading off the Best Picture. Um, Next up, a movie named Tar, 6 nominations. Yep, Kate Blanchett's nominated. And Best Actress role, Best Cinematography, just to name a few of its nominations. Of course, Top Gun Maverick. That was the other one that was like fairly obvious that would be nominated for Best Picture because it made a killing at the box office, and of course, like, it was a really good sequel and all that stuff. Like, that was pretty solid. So yeah, it was pretty awesome movie. Best adapted screenplay. And a long time, like Aaron Kruger was always like just chastised so much as a writer because he did Transformers 2 and stuff like that. Now he's here for Best Adapted Screenplay, so that's interesting. Very nice. They redeem themselves. If anybody should get a Razzie Redeemer, it should be Aaron Kruger. And he did some, and yeah, another one where it's the sound, film editing, and stuff. That's really like on the like it has the best sound, the best film editing stuff, the visual effects. So yeah, that's pretty obvious that Top Gun Maverick would rule in those categories, which it has 6 of, by the way. So yeah, very nice to see that on here. Triangle of Sadness, which I don't think has very many nominations. 3 nominations, including a Best Director nomination, and the final one, Women Talking, only has 2. So, and Women Talking is only other nomination. If I could see what it uh, is a uh, Best Adapted Screenplay nomination. So, yeah, Women Talking did not get a lot of nominations. I've never really seen a lot of the film. It's probably good. I would I would say all these Best Picture nominations and stuff are good movies, even though I've only seen Avatar: The Way of Water and Top Gun Maverick. I'm pretty sure these are all good movies. Um, I'm personally thinking Banshees of Inisherin, or however you pronounce that word, will probably, or The Fablemans, or Everything Everywhere, or Top Gun will probably be the ones. I would be surprised if something else won the Best Picture award. Um, but my predictions are always wrong every time. I'm not very good at predicting Best Picture or anything like that, like or any other awards. Um, so I'm just saying, based on the odds that I've looked at, like on betting sites and stuff, and like other people, it seems like those 4 movies would be perfect bets for whoever whatever wins. It would be cool to see Top Gun Maverick win Best Picture. Like that would be very interesting, I think. But I think it's probably gonna go to I don't know. Like I said, the 4 films that I mentioned will probably have a bigger chance. I can't see Women Talking winning because it has so little nominations. Same with Triangle of Sadness. I can't see Avatar: The Way of Water winning either because one, it also has less nominations than the others, but also I just personally cannot see it winning Best Picture as well. I mean, the funny thing is, it was nominated for Best Picture. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever has 5 nominations, including a Best Supporting Actress nomination for Angela Bassett and a bunch of other like, visual effects and stuff. By the way, the Batman is also nominated, like 3 nominations, and they're all and the Batman's nominations are all sound, makeup, all that stuff, visual effects, all that stuff. So Batman probably my favorite movie of the year, even though it's probably a three-way tie this year, to be honest, with The Bad Guys and Top Gun Maverick. So all those 3 films, like, I'm sorry for spoiling the best movies of the year, but those 3 would probably be in contention for whatever the best film of the year is. So there you go. Now we get to animation, because this is an animation-based channel, somewhat, and we're gonna look at best animated feature film, and pretty much about what I expected. Um, there's 4 films that I expected to be on here. One that wasn't. Um, yeah, so like Disney made a remake of Pinocchio that got heavily roasted, Razzies, and then Oscars. Guillermo del Toro, what however you say, Guillermo uh, del Toro made one, and it's not nominated either. So his version of Pinocchio, best animated feature film, first nomination. Um, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, another nomination. Heard that was good. The Guillermo del Toro film is also pretty good. Puss in Boots: Last Wish, again another film I heard was really good. Might have to check out. The Sea Beast, one I didn't really hear about, and then Turning Red. So there isn't the Bad Guys on here, but I'm okay with that because it doesn't seem like the Bad Guys would be like Oscar crowd worthy, I guess, and these other films kind of are. So I mean, like, I can't see Turning Red win the best animated feature film. We all know Pixar and Disney always win awards and stuff, but Lightyear and The Strange World aren't nominated either because they didn't do very well. They didn't do well enough at the box office to like warrant a lot of like attention. Strange World especially bombed really hard. That's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, whatever. I can't see. I just can't. As good as Turning Red is, which it's not one of my favorite films of the year. I think it is pretty good, but it just isn't one of my favorites. As good as that movie is in the best animated feature film category, I cannot see it winning. I think the bets were higher for Guillermo del Toro's film than Pinocchio, than Marcel the Shell Shoes On, and both those 2 films have higher bets than Turning Red. I can't see Turning Red winning. I can't really see Puss in Boots winning because, like, I think it was like second or third on the bets. Like when I looked, it would be interesting to see Puss in Boots win. Like because there's a lot of people I know that have said a lot of people that I know have said Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is like really, really good. Like, and like I would definitely like to see that. It would be interesting to see because DreamWorks hasn't really had a nomination, hasn't really had anything better than like since Shrek. That's their only win, and then everything else hasn't really won anything. Although they've all been pretty solid. One could debate they've had some misfires, but I mean, it's we don't talk about that here. But yeah, yeah, it seems like the Bad Guys where that would probably go. Like, I just don't know. I would have loved to see it, get like get because they put because as far as the animation realm goes this year, there weren't any real like just misfires from this year. Like even a film like Paws of Fury which didn't look very good in my opinion. Like it didn't look terrible either. Like all the animation films that came out this year looked pretty good. Looked like they had a lot of effort put into them. Like even I don't know, like the bad guys did. Um, Even Lightyear, Strange World had a lot of effort and a lot of other stuff. All the anime films that have been released this year, definitely. But I'm not sure if like a lot of anime stuff would be on Best Animated Feature Film, other than Ghibli, whatever. Maybe in the animated short film stuff. No, I don't see anything that would really like. Yeah, the best live action short film, best documentary short subject, best animated short film, like nothing here. Like, these films are all probably going to be pretty good. That's just a side tangent. The thing is, um, yeah, best animated feature film. They have pretty good roster here, I think. The only thing that I don't really know about is the Sea Beast. Like I've seen a little bit of like a trailer. I just don't really know much about that film. Like the other films, I do know. I am familiar with. Um, I'm pretty sure like those would get some consideration, especially since like the three films, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes on, and Sabrina's Let's Wish. Those three films have like high 90s. Same with Turning Red as well. Um, like 97% and stuff like that. So yeah, even the Sea Beast has a 94. So animation had a really good year. Like a lot of people just were raving about these films. So it's going to be very hard to see which animated film wins Best Animated Feature. It's going to be very interesting to see what wins. And it could be like a big year for Netflix on that route because the Pinocchio film was a Netflix film. You know, like and it has so many like just awards and stuff. And it's like an oddball film, and yes, I could see that getting some representation as well. Like it's surprising it didn't win in any other category. I don't think. No, it only got it for that one nom- nomination. And that's it. All the animated films only got one nomination, and that's like whatever. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much my reaction to the Oscars this year. No female directors, but hey, it's not really about gender or it's about who made the best movie or whatever, so forget about that, I guess. Made a controversial opinion, but just forget it. It's movies, it's not about wokeness. Alright? So don't want to get political, I don't want to get political on this channel, but it's just what it is. So whatever. We already have representation in other categories or whatever. So yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for these awards. So I have some other updates I have to say. I'm gonna do a big CD pickup video because I have picked up some stuff from yesterday, not yesterday, Thursday, last Thursday, and I am going to book off in the Costa Mesa area on Thursday. So be on the lookout for that whenever that comes out at some point. Um, I'm going to do like a big CD pickup, like which is a stream. So is I have 10 CDs that I picked up from Spindle last Thursday. Um, uh, and yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Um, and also, not music related news, not movie related news. No, I'll get that out of the way later. First up, I found out that Regal signed World. is shuttering more of its locations, including ones in Hemet, Costa Mesa, sadly, and somewhere else, Yorba Linda, and other places. And the Costa Mesa one is especially sad because I grew up with that theater, the Metro Point Theater, which was Edwards. Which I wonder what would happen after Sign World slash Regal shutters that location. Is it going to be, which is what I wondered about other locations too, like the Anaheim location that got closed. Like, would those be? Would another company want to like buy them? Because it would be stupid to like tear them down and stuff. Like, I wonder if um, Regency or another company would take over the lease for like several theaters that have Sign World slash Regal have let go. Um, it's very it's a very unfortunate time for that company. But like I could have seen it coming because the Hemet and Costa Mesa theaters did not have premium large formats. The like theaters on that's kind of stupid because they didn't like have that like that's a very stupid reason to like close down the theater. But like like the best thing I see is them getting. I don't know about the Hemet theater necessarily, but I think if they could like redesign or like get a new lease on the Costa Mesa theater, then Metro Point, then like that would be something I could see happening in a year from now or whatever. Some smaller chain could probably like even maybe Starlight could probably, which operates another theater, the Triangle Square in the Costa Mesa area, that could probably take a hold of the Metro Point theater and like do something with it. So yeah, that's it for the movie news. And also, I did see that Red was announcing a new album. They're getting ready to release their eighth album called Rated R earlier tonight. So I found out about that. So expect the first single pretty soon. And yeah, I've not done a music night in a while, and I do plan on doing a music night at some point. Not for recent, but stuff that's been released in the past weeks. I know Sleep Token, Periphery, The Inner Sphere, all have released pretty good songs, so I would probably want to talk about that. But at that point right now, so I definitely have more to talk about in the music night when when we get more stuff, which I guarantee we're probably going to get a lot of new stuff this year, obviously. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So and that's pretty much it from this video. So let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments down below. This is Scamper Wolf signing out. Take care.